Education meeting for May 20th, 2024, the Alexandria Educational Center at 6 p.m. The first item on our agenda is the approval of the agenda.
I would recommend approval of the agenda as presented.
Is there a motion from the board?
I'll move we approve the agenda.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Mr. Perkins?
Yes.
Ms. Schultz?
Yes.
And Ms. Fender is yes. Our next item is our Pledge of Allegiance and mission statement. Our pledge is being led by Malvin Shishi and our mission by Isabel Gray.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The mission of the Campbell County School District, in partnership with students, staff, parents, and community, is to do whatever it takes to ensure our students' success in college, career, and life.
Thank you both. Next, we have our school presentation from Grants Lake Elementary. Ms. Sauerbach will be filling in for Ms. Hamilton, who I understand is at a championship softball game tonight. So we wish our teams luck.
Absolutely. I'm excited to share the update for Grants Lake Elementary tonight. The leadership team at Grants Lake is principals Ms. Emily Hamilton, counselor Ms. Embry. Their school-based decision-making team has Ms. Atkins, Ms. Dinneman, Ms. Roseberry, Allison Harlan, and Robin Thulin. The GLE mission statement. The mission of Grants Lake Elementary School is to cultivate a safe and inclusive learning environment where children are provided a high-quality education, ensuring they leave highly prepared to thrive academically, socially, and emotionally. These are the GLE vision pillars. You'll notice as you're reading through these, the four big highlights are a safe environment. The GLE community is definitely unique. If you've been in the community for a long time, you know that about Grants Lake, and they provide their students and staff a safe and welcoming place where everyone learns. Inclusive, a sense of belonging where they're making sure that all of their students have friends, a high quality education with hardworking teachers, students, and parents, and then preparing their students to be highly prepared and thrive academically, socially, and emotionally. On the screen, you'll see the results from the 2022-2023 school year on the Kentucky Summative Assessments. The overall dashboard indicator ranking of green, that indicator ranking score has, it takes into account a lot of different things, some different groups of students and how they change and how they grow. And then you'll see overall performance rankings for the state assessments in reading and math, science, social studies, and combined writing in the middle, and then the quality of school climate and safety survey on the end. Some highlights from that to point out: 56% of students who tested last school year were proficient or distinguished in reading with a 76.4 index score. 65% of students were proficient or distinguished in math with an 83.9 index score. 49% of students were proficient or distinguished in combined writing with a 76.5 index score, and then their overall science index increased by 0.9 of a point. There are a couple highlights on the next slides of the quality of school climate and safety survey that the students in grades 3 through 5 take. So you'll see here one of those questions: my school is a caring place, and 98% of those students agreed that their school was a caring place. So in the pink, the light pink, and the dark pinkish purple, you can see agree and strongly agree. On the next one, we also have 98% of students who feel like they are a part of GLE. And on the last one, this was: do adults from GLE work hard to make sure students are safe? And again, 98%. The projected proficiency goals for 23-24 are from those Kentucky Summative Assessments, and those goals that are projected for proficiency. They just finished their testing this morning. Their 5th graders finished up today. So what what they've been working toward this year and what they hope comes out in the fall, their reading goals was 72.8% of students expected to be proficient or above. Their math goal, 74.7, and then their writing goal was 64.3%. Just some things that are going on at Grand Slick. They work really hard to increase their parent engagement, get their families in, get their community members in. One of the things that they recognized in parent surveys and parent feedback was that parents voiced this desire to understand better how to help their students read at home and how to help them grow as readers. So they formed a reading committee. They had a fall reading festival where over 350 people attended, which is incredible, especially in a small school. The parents circulated through grade-appropriate stations. They learned strategies. They got kits to take home. All the families got a free meal that night. So there are a few pictures there of that night and of those families circulating through and just learning how to use those skills and strategies at home. A big focus on positive behavior and incentivizing that. These are pictures from January where students learned what it means to be empathetic. They were able to experience what it would be like to live with different abilities. This year, they really worked on their PBIS program and their rewards. Each month, they focused on a different character trait, and then they did some community service projects that were centered around whatever their character trait was for the month. PBL is for project-based learning. This was another initiative that they really went strongly with this year. Their theme was Best in the Bluegrass. Their classes produced different questions, different projects. They had a big bluegrass bash. And it was a culminating event where the students were really the leaders in taking ownership of their learning, and they were able to tell the visitors, tell their community, tell the other grade levels the things that they had learned and worked on. Career clubs. The career clubs are something that our elementary schools do across the district, and you can see here some of the career clubs at Grand Slick. They are looking at future careers that will align with the possibilities that are available in middle school as explorations, and then in high school as pathway destinations. And they get some firsthand experience with community members that are coming in. I know a lot of these students shared in their transition readiness presentations last week that part of their pathway decisions and part of their preparedness for the next step had to do with the experiences that they had in these career clubs. And then their community. The Grand Slick staff is dedicated to working with families to develop great citizens. Collectively, the students of GLE raised over $2,200 for Team Kagan Fight for Air Climb for American Lung Association through a penny war. So that's just one of the selfless acts that shows the character of their students and staff and what they can achieve when they work together there. And then finally, Ms. Hamilton just wanted to make sure that she thanked the board and Dr. Wilson for everything they've done this year, and also all of the things that have come with the building of the new Grand Slick Elementary School, what it means for the students and staff there, and thanking Plum Creek again for hosting that ceremony this year. Thank you.
Thank you. Any comments or questions?
Yeah, I get to drive by the building site pretty much every day on my way home. And today they were working on the turn lane, looked like, and last week they started putting up walls. So they're making good progress even with some of the deluge of rain we had for a couple weeks there. But
Absolutely.
they seem to be making good progress.
It's exciting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I guess you'll stay there because next we have
Stay here.
our stars. So if the board members would join me in front here.
As they mentioned earlier, there are several spring seasons and events and promotions and all sorts of things going on in the district. This first group of students, they are not here tonight, but we'll go ahead and read them and recognize their accomplishments. Casey Thompson and Xander Edwards. Students across Kentucky competed in regional art competitions earlier this year. The winners from each of 13 categories from each region advanced to the All-State Art Awards at the University of Kentucky. At All-State, the very best artworks compete against each other to determine the best student artworks created in the state in the year. Two of our Camel artists, Casey and Xander, placed at this highly prestigious state show. So we'll go ahead and give them a round of applause. All right, our next group of students are GSP scholars. If you want to come on out, shake hands. Our GSP scholars that we're recognizing are Colton Bryan, Anya Beam, Isabel Gray, Carly Hygas, Derek Pruitt, Alex Randall, Malvin Chichi, Ethan Vogel, and Ben Weber Horowitz. The Governor's Scholars Program is a summer residential program for outstanding high school students in Kentucky who are rising seniors. In order to participate in the program, students must be nominated by their high schools, and then they compete on a statewide level. Selection for the program is highly competitive, with an application process similar to that of prestigious colleges and universities. In addition to an academic profile that includes difficulty of course load, GPA, and at least one standardized test score, the application requires an outline of all extracurricular activities, a history of volunteer service, and a list of job positions held. A teacher recommendation which includes both a quantitative evaluation and qualitative descriptions of the student's performance and potential, as well as a community recommendation which shows how a student performs in a community setting beyond the high school, are also required. The final component of the application is an original writing entry. Only those students selected and submitted by their district may compete in the statewide selection process. The number of nominees each district may submit to the statewide process is based on the district-wide junior class enrollment. Over 2,000 applications are received at the state level each year, with approximately 1,000 students selected to attend. So this is really exciting, really prestigious. It was exciting to listen over here. They got their letters today, so some of them were talking about how they raced home to open them and see what school they got and what cycle they were in. So congratulations. All right. Next, we have Governor's School for the Arts. In this group being recognized, we have Madison McCran, Alexandra Hess, and Emily Campbell. So you can come on out. Alexandra is being recognized for Governor's School for the Arts for musical theater. There are several categories there. The program description from GSA: every summer, our faculty of professional artists and educators guide over 500 of Kentucky's finest young artists through 3 weeks of incredibly intense and incredibly fun arts instruction at the Governor's School for Art. For 3 weeks, the students live, breathe, eat, and sleep the arts. It's a thrilling, often life-changing experience as they meet new friends, explore their creativity, and discover new things about who they are and who they can be in the future. GSA auditions and reviews the Commonwealth's most promising high school sophomores and juniors in 9 different arts disciplines. So congratulations. All right, next up we have GSE, Governor's School for Entrepreneurs. So if you want to come on out, we have Colton Bryan, Dhruv Patel. In our program description from GSE, from high school through college and into the business world, Governor's School for Entrepreneurs empowers the dreams of Kentucky students who have the grit, drive, and passion to be bluegrass entrepreneurs and create jobs here. Students will give a business startup pitch and develop patents to compete for scholarships. To apply, students create a video, complete an application, and submit 2 recommendation letters for the acceptance process. Applications are reviewed by experienced entrepreneurs, educators, and business leaders. This is an incredible achievement. Congratulations to both of you. Next, we have Brooklyn Overguard McCool for the Technology Student Association at CCHS. This association is aligned to the CCS engineering pathway. Brooklyn won first place in music production at the TSA competition. Congratulations, Brooklyn. You're going to stay up there because you have one more award. Brooklyn's also being recognized for the Region Arts Awards Show. The KYAEA Northern Region Art Awards Show was displayed at NKU's Atrium Gallery. Over 200 artworks representing 19 different schools entered the show. Brooklyn placed at the regional show. Congratulations. You're good. That's our last hour star for tonight.
Our next item is audience comments, and there are none tonight. Our next item is superintendent comments. Dr. Wilson.
Okay, wrapping up the year, I just want to say congratulations to the 337 graduates that will be walking across the stage on Friday for the class of 2024. I will also be sending out a video update, wrapping up the end of the year and many of our accomplishments and progress that has been made. That video will go out at the latest tomorrow afternoon. So highlights a lot of great things that are going on in Campbell County Schools.
Thank you. Other comments?
Congratulations to all the graduates. Also, I'm really looking forward to this. I think this is the 20th time I've sat on the stage and shaken many hands, and it's just such an honor. It's one I'll never forget.
Yeah, congrats to all the graduates. Saw quite a few pictures and videos of senior walks, which is always interesting to watch. And very proud of all you guys, and look forward to the graduation ceremony. I saw that the auditorium remodel is underway. Looks like, and that seems to be hopefully going well. I don't know. I haven't heard anything on it yet, but I know we're early in the process, so I know that's going to cause some inconvenience, but that'll be very nice once we're finally finished. And thank you all again for the Night of the Stars ceremony that we had. That was a very enjoyable experience, and I was honored to be part of that.
Congratulations to the All-Stars and to our graduates. But I also would like to thank each and every one of our seniors, the teachers, everybody that got them to this Friday night to get to walk across. Thank you very much. I'm sure their parents are thrilled, and if it wasn't been for the awesome personnel that we have, the Bleed Purple community, it wouldn't happen. So thank everyone. Thank you.
So a lot of exciting things happening this week, and we got to see our Campbell County baseball team play at Great American Ballpark, which was a lot of fun. It would have been more fun if they had won, but that's okay. It's still a great experience. And then this Sunday is the game where the band is performing the national anthem. So if you have a chance to go and hear our band play there as well. And someone mentioned the transition defenses at Grants Lick, but they've been going on everywhere at the elementary schools, at the middle school, and the high school. And I was able to go to 2 elementaries and a high school this year and see them, and they were very interesting to see. It was really also neat to see the elementary school students really being comfortable and familiar with the technology and able to do a presentation in front of a panel of adults that they didn't know, but also their classmates, and talk about what they want to do. And so that was a lot of fun. And so we've got this tonight, fifth grade promotion night on Wednesday, AEC graduation and middle school promotion night on Thursday, and then graduation for our seniors on Friday. So you're going to be seeing us every single night somewhere or another. So it's going to be a very, very busy week, and we hope it all goes smoothly. And congratulations to everyone, whether they're leaving us and going on to life outside of the school system, or just moving from elementary to middle school to high school. Those are big changes for everyone. So.
Just to add to the excitement that was our baseball team being at Great American Ballpark, my grandson got to warm up in the bullpen, and he said, "We got to warm up in a place where Aroldis Chapman used to warm up." Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He'll never forget that.
No, that's the thing. Even if it wasn't the outcome they wanted, they'll always remember getting to play in that kind of a situation. So it was great. Any other comments? Right. The next item is our personnel action, and the board accept those as submitted. Our written communications and reports, which includes our SBDM minutes, our Family Resource and Youth Service Center reports, the Homeless Services reports, pupil personnel report, public relations report, report of donations, school-related field trip notifications for athletics and transportation, the district non-SBDM staffing, and the full school report from Grants Lake Elementary. And we move to our action agenda. The first item is our tentative budget and salary schedule for the 2024-25 school year.
Okay, to say that I am excited is an understatement. I'm thrilled to present this tentative budget to you. What we have before you is a lot of hard work in here that has a tentative budget that we are to submit each May. This tentative budget does represent an estimated $55.7 million from our general fund budget, an estimated total budget of $79 million that does include general fund, $55.7 million, special revenue, $6.5 million, capital outlay at $481,000, building fund at $5.4 million, debt service at $5.1 million, and food service at $5.9 million. This budget has a 9.8% contingency, which is higher than the 2% contingency that is required by the state regulations. It does include over a $1.4 million which is budgeted that is in the budget for the salary schedule for raises for all staff, which raises this year including the annual 1.5 step, and a total of at least a 6% increase for all of our employees this year. There's approximately a $140,000 which has been budgeted for increases to the extra duty schedule. There is also $275,000 that is reserved here in the budget towards a match for tax sheltered annuity plan contributions for all employees. There is funding for 4 new buses included, and that is to be covered largely by our capital outlay. And as a result of forecasted changes for insurance policies, $1 million has been set aside and reserved in the contingency for the potential insurance deductibles. So that shows that we're being very cautious. And there is a total of $7.4 million that is currently invested for our future construction projects.
So this is a very positive budget for our entire district and for our staff, showing the continued investment that we're making in the staff of the school district by continuing to keep our salaries competitive. So we're glad to have that. And also this new benefit that they'll learn more about, which is the match for the tax shelter annuity plan contribution. So that's a new benefit as well. Other comments or questions?
Just a lot of hard work, and thank you to the administration that worked hard to get this, the raise. And this year, so I think we're on the right track. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you and the rest of your staff for working on this, whoever worked on it. We need we need to continue the investment in the staff that we've done the last few years. I personally feel a lot better at a contingency level at 9.8% than we had been prior. It's nice to see us spending that down, and while at the same time continuing to invest in our staff, so, thank you.
I can't think of anyone that does not deserve it. So,
Absolutely.
super proud to recommend approval of the 24-25 tentative budget and salary schedule as submitted.
Is there a motion from the board?
I move we approve the tentative budget and salary schedule for 2024-25.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Ms. Schultz?
Yes.
Mr. Perkins?
Yes.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
And Ms. Fender is yes. Our next item. Well, thank you.
Don't get
So
applauded
you're all
very
coming
often.
back next year?
Our next item is the school activity funds projected budgets for 2024-25.
Yes, boards of education are required by state regulations to receive 3 different types of school activity fund budgets. So you have before you we have a projected estimated school activity fund budgets, the monthly school activity fund budgets, and then there's an end-of-year actual school activity fund budgets. Each budget does include a beginning balance, all receipts and expenditures, and an ending balance. So these are the 2024-25 projected school activity fund budgets. The current 2023-2024 actual school activity fund budgets will be produced after June 30th, 2024, when our school year does close. The attached are the detailed budgets as submitted by the school's principal for their activity funds for next year, plus a summary of the totals for those budgets. The total of all revenues for the school activity funds is budgeted to be approximately $1,524,848.
Are there any questions, comments? School activity funds, this is something we have to do each year at this time of the year, and so. All right, your recommendation, please.
With no questions, I'd recommend approval of the 24-25 school activity funds projected budgets as presented.
Is there a motion from the board?
Yeah, I'll move we approve the activity fund budgets for 24-25.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Ms. Schultz?
Yes.
Mr. Perkins?
Yes.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
And Ms. Fender is yes. Next is local planning committee membership. And so there are, I think, a couple things included in this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's a lot of information in here, but I think it's important for the community to understand and hear. The Local Planning Committee, which is the LPC, is an advisory committee to the local Board of Education that is charged with the development of a 4-year district facility plan, a DFP. The DFP is prepared every 4 years through a comprehensive review and evaluation of a school district's facilities. The school district published a notice for an architect and engineer service to provide assistance with this process that would include evaluations, drawings, utilization of building inventories through the Kentucky Facilities Inventory Classification System, and all the required submittals to the Kentucky Department of Education. The school district received 2 letters of interest, and they did recommend Robert Emmett Hayes and Associates. The LPC is made up of 20 members that include parents, teachers, building administrators, facility directors, central office staff member, business community leaders, local board members, local governmental building code enforcement or planning officials, and the school superintendent, who is not a non-voting member of the committee. The school district published notices for 3 business community leader representatives, and the school did receive 4 letters, the school district received 4 letters of interest, and they do recommend Allison Harland, Sarah Conwell, and Phil Griffin. Each of the leaders selected are in our community with children in the Campbell County School District, and they are SBDM parent members as well. The LPC is in accord with the selection criteria established in 702 KAR 4180. Sorry, I'm losing my sight. Each member is a representative of Campbell County, except for Sharon Alexander, who is our District Facilities Director, and Mr. Mark Crumman, who is our Assistant Superintendent of Operations, who would be the central office staff representative. As the superintendent, I will be requesting a waiver for those two individuals to be on the committee, and I have to request this through the Commissioner of Education, since an eligible resident is not available to serve in these positions. Attached is the board has before them the entire LPC membership and a waiver request.
Are there any questions? We had discussed earlier Ms. Schultz serving as our board representative on this. And so when we vote on this, it would be for two things: the business community leader representatives and the architect engineer for this.
Correct.
All right, your recommendation, please.
I would recommend approval of the Campbell County Local Planning Committee Business Community Leader Representatives and Architect Engineers as presented.
Is there a motion from the board?
I'll move we approve the local planning committee membership, including the architect services and business community leader representatives as presented.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Ms. Schultz?
Yes.
Mr. Perkins?
Yes.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
And Ms. Fender is yes. Our next item is BG number 22-247, New Grants Lick Elementary School wastewater treatment plant bid documents.
Okay, these are all the bid documents that I have that the board has received ahead of time and reviewed. As you'll see, it's very extensive, but I do have before you, again, those are the bid documents for the wastewater treatment plant designed by GRW Engineers Incorporated for the new Grants Lick Elementary, and that is for BG 22-447, the new Grants Lick Elementary School.
Did I read that wrong?
It's okay.
It's slightly different on the agenda. So is it 247 or 447, Mr. Crumman? 447, okay. So it just had 247 on the agenda, but it's correct on all the documents, so just so we make sure we know what we're doing with that. Okay. And you know you can't trust me because I made a mistake earlier on something I read, so.
No, we've got you covered with all
That
this
one,
paperwork.
yeah.
It is 22-447.
Okay. Any questions? We've known this is coming.
Yeah, I'm very happy to see this. This was one of the things that held us up for a
Ever.
long time.
Yeah.
And we
so-
sort of need it.
Yeah, you can't start without it, so very happy to see this tonight.
So your recommendation?
Yes, and I appreciate Mr. Crumman's work on this. With no questions, I would recommend approval of the bid documents for the wastewater treatment plant for BG 22-447 the new Grants Lick Elementary as presented.
Is there a motion from the board?
I move we approve the BG 22-447 New Grants Lick Elementary School wastewater treatment plant bid documents.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Mr. Perkins?
Yes.
Ms. Schultz?
Yes.
And Ms. Fender is yes. The next item on our agenda is the copier lease agreement.
So the district's current copier lease is set to expire on June 30th of this year. The district has reviewed pricing information in accordance with the Kentucky Model Procurement, KRS 45A. In addition to the lease and the service agreement, a request for print management software program was included in this. The proposed software is PaperCut, which the district does currently use. This licensing fee amount is shown above, and I will go through that below here. Sorry. Attached is the proposed lease agreement with ProSource with the estimated associate costs. So the costs we're looking at are for an equipment lease of $3,625 per month, PaperCut software license, which is a one-time payment of $17,300, color copies at 32 cents per copy, billed quarterly. So listen up. And the black and white copies are less than 1 cent at 0.00290 per copy. be billed quarterly. So it definitely, we do have our default set on black and white. Save money. Approval of the attached lease is required to begin the process to have the lease agreement approved by the Kentucky Department of Education.
Any questions about the copier lease? Your recommendation?
I would recommend approval of this 5-year lease agreement with ProSource for 32 new copiers, service agreement, and the paper cut licensing as presented.
Is there a motion from the board?
I move we accept the copier lease agreement.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Mr. Perkins?
Yes.
Ms. Schultz?
Yes.
Ms. Fender is yes. Next, we have a change of facilities request, because there are 3 here.
Yes, there are 3 changes before you. One of the changes requested is at Riley Elementary, with no cost associated with that except for our maintenance staff and labor. There's a change at McCormick that is a change that will cost approximately $35,000 from Buildings and Grounds budget for labor and removal. And there is, the number 3 is the Grants Lick Elementary, which there is no cost associated with that. So with board policy 5.11 does require our board approval for any school building alterations. So that is coming before you. School administration, maintenance staff, and district administration have collaborated on these changes of facility request. At Riley, what we're looking at is removal of the wall between the resource rooms 209 and 218 to make one large classroom again. This was previously a large classroom that was divided several years ago. Enrollment projections for 24-25 show that we need a larger classroom space back again. So the work would be completed by the Campbell County maintenance staff over the summer. And the board has a drawing attached. The second change is at the McCormick Center. We're asking to demolish the old Mason storage building behind the McCormick building. There are various parts of the building that are falling apart, including the roof, the doors, the gutters, and fascia boards. This space has not been used for several years due to its poor condition, and work will be contracted out for the labor and removal of the material and debris. And the board has pictures of this as well. And the third change is Grants Lick Elementary, removing the interior walls of room 104 that the maintenance did install in 2001 to create an MSD unit. This unit will no longer be at Grants Lick for next year, so we want to take room 104 and utilize that as a preschool classroom.
Any questions about these changes? I'm personally glad to see the portion of the McCormick building coming down, because it does, when you look at those pictures, look like it needs to be demolished.
Yeah.
It's been looking pretty rough for a little while.
Yeah. Not only does it look bad, but, it's potentially a risk to us to keep
Yeah,
it there.
hazard.
Yeah.
So I would recommend approval of the change of facilities request for Riley Elementary, the McCormick Building, and Grants Lick Elementary as presented.
Is there a motion from the board?
I move we approve the change of facilities request.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Perkins?
Yes.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Ms. Schultz?
Yes.
Ms. Fender is yes. Next is the award of contract for propane services.
Okay, so what you have before you is an invitation to bid that was issued on April 16th, 2024 for propane services with a May 3rd submittal deadline. We received one submission from Likens Propane, who we have a current working relationship with, and we recommend awarding the bid to Likens Propane. The contract shall be for the period of July 1st through June 30th, 2025, with three 1-year renewal options with mutual parties' consent. The price is set at $2.25 per gallon. The vendor will have a monitor on the tank and an auto refill when the tank is at 30% capacity.
Any questions about the propane contract?
What are we currently at? You have the current rate?
Currently, our current rate, Mr. Crummin, I don't know that off the top of my head. It goes, yeah. Average.
that the propane buses? Does that apply that? Is that what I'm saying?
What did, I'm sorry. So I would recommend the board awards the contract for propane services to Lycans Propane as presented.
Is there a motion from the board?
I'll move we award the contract for propane services to Lycans.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Ms. Schultz?
Yes.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Mr. Perkins?
Yes.
Ms. Fender is yes. Our next agenda item is the award of the contract for diesel and gas. You can tell it's the end of the school year, right? We're getting ready to,
Gear up for next
Wrapping
year.
up for
Yeah.
next year. So an invitation to bid was issued on April 16th this year for diesel and gasoline. We received one submittal from World Fuel Services, with whom we have a current working relationship with. We recommend awarding the bid to World Fuel Services. The contract shall be for the period of July 1st to June 30th, 2025, with 3 one-year renewal options with mutual parties' consent. The price is set at 0.04 cents above the rack rate per gallon for diesel fuel and 24 cents above the rack rate per gallon for gasoline. For the deliveries, there's less than 200 gallons, a minimum delivery charge of $60 will be charged.
any questions concerning the diesel and gasoline contract?
Just the same one. Kind of
I thought.
curious what the current rate is. You know, off the top of your head, Mark?
Yeah.
Similar. Okay. Thank you.
Anything else?
Good.
Your recommendation?
I would recommend the board awards the contract for diesel and gasoline services to World Fuel Services as presented.
Is there a motion from the board?
I'll move we approve the award contract for diesel and gasoline to World Fuel Services.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Perkins?
Yes.
Ms. Schultz?
Yes.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
And Ms. Fender is yes. The next item is our consent agenda. Bear with me because there are a lot of them on here. It's that time of year. That includes our minutes, our addendum bills, our regular bills, the treasurer's report, leave of absent requests, emergency certified substitutes for the 24-25 school year, an MOA for Campbell County ATC principal position for the 25 school year, MOA for Campbell County ATC maintenance position also for the fiscal year 25, declaration of participation for 2025, district-wide fundraisers for 24-25, North Key MOA fiscal year 25, dual credit MOA between Northern Kentucky University and Campbell County Schools for fiscal year 25, orientation and mobility contract fiscal year 25, interagency agreement with Holly Hill, also for the upcoming school year, pediatric therapy services contract for the same school year, private carrier transportation for the high school, a shortened school day for a student with an IEP, MOA for NKU option 9, DJJ day treatment MOU 24 to 26, so that one's a little longer, ASM global rental agreement 2025 to 27, and the Alexandria Police Department SRO MOU. Any questions about any of these? It's a long list. The only one that really threw me was ASM, and that's for Truist for graduations, just so people know. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
I'll move we approve the consent agenda.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Mr. Perkins?
Yes.
Ms. Schultz?
Yes.
Ms. Fender is yes. The next item on our agenda is an executive session per KRS 61.810 subsection 1C, proposed or pending litigation. Is there a motion from the board to go into executive session?
I move we go into an executive executive session.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Mr. Perkins?
Yes.
Ms. Schultz?
Yes.
Ms. Fender is yes. There may be one action item following the executive session. this time, the board, we need a motion to come out of executive session.
I'll move we come out of executive session.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Mr. Perkins?
Yes.
Ms. Schultz?
Yes.
Ms. Fender is yes. And your recommended action, Dr. Wilson?
So I do have a recommendation, and that is that the board authorize the board counsel to file an Attorney General's complaint with an open records complaint with the Kentucky Attorney General's office.
Is there a motion from the board?
I move we approve our attorney to file an open records complaint with Kentucky General's office.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Ms. Schultz?
Yes.
Mr. Perkins?
Yes.
Mr. Mason? And Ms. Fender is yes. Our next action item is adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Move we adjourn.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?